Oh my gosh. Hi guys. Welcome back to another episode of Unhinged Fangirl with me, Destiny. Um, it's been a minute. And I mean it. I mean that this time. Like it truly has been a second since I've recorded a podcast episode. I think like it's been over a month. So sorry. Sorry. Um, to kind of give y'all some backstory, if you don't already know me personally. Um, I've been working overnights this past month. So, like, for the whole month of February, I've been working 9 to 5, and that has been 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. So, I really didn't want to like stress myself out with anything else. So, I took a little break from the podcast, but I just finished Bridgerton and I have been missing it. Like, I've been missing doing the podcast. And I truly just wanted to come on here and like share my thoughts about Bridgerton and then like maybe leave for another month, like I don't know. But that's basically why I'm here today. I have still been like writing things in my notes to talk about on the podcast, but like Bridgerton is the only thing up top of mind. So let's just talk about it. Benedict season 4 of Bridgerton focuses on Benedict, second second oldest, because obviously it goes from A to G. I think I did that right. With the children. So this season focused on Benedict, my bisexual king. Um, and I thought it was really interesting to see like him actually fall in love with someone and not just have like a fascination, which it kind of like seemed that way in the beginning. But obviously, the formula, like obviously he was gonna end up with Sophie, like duh. So these are all of my thoughts, like after part two, because obviously I had to wait a month between the parts. Hey Netflix, why don't we stop doing that? Why don't we should stop doing that, right? We should do that. Why don't we do it like weekly, like episodically, 1 through 8? Have we ever thought about that? No? Okay, cool. I think that I feel like it would be a little more time. It would be 2 months instead of 1 month, but whatever. Like, I don't know. Figure it out. I'm sick of the part one, part two. I'm sick of it. But that's something for Netflix to decide. Anyway, I really did like this season. I think in my rankings of all of them, obviously, like Queen Charlotte will always remain number one for me. Like, if you ever want to talk to me about Bridgerton and you don't like Queen Charlotte, like you can just stop talking to me about Bridgerton actually, because there's nothing you have to say that's actually worthy of my attention. Like, there's truly nothing that you can say that's worthy of my attention if you don't pay your respects to Queen Charlotte. Like, it's serious for me. It's serious for me. And, like, I really want to rewatch it one day, but, like, ever since, like, I don't know if I can do it. I truly don't know if I can do it because, one, I just love it so much. Two, I would be a hot mess. And three, like, I see clips of it like on Twitter every now and then and I still get flutters. Like I'm still like getting butterflies. It's actually insane how good that season was. Like truly nothing has topped it since. I'm sorry. But for my ranking personally, it goes Queen Charlotte season 2. Now that we finished season 4, I'm going to put season 4, season 1, season 3. And if you disagree, like I'm sorry, you're racist. Like I don't know. I don't know. I actually will talk about the rankings in a second. Like that is something that I touched on later in my notes, but like let me just get through it. Honestly, my first note of the season, like Bridgerton is starting to really piss me off, but that wasn't because of Benedict and Sophie's relationship. I just like the Bridgerton as a whole is really starting to like piss me off. The only thing about Benedict that really pissed me off this season was that like he was just so stupid. Like so stupid to the like he just like wasn't, and of course this is like the conflict of it all, but like if I have to talk about it, like him asking Sophie to be his mistress, like how dumb can you be? And he really thought he was doing something. He's like, you should be flattered. Like, I love you and I want to be with you. And this is the only way we can be together. How about, no, Benedict, how about you start to move mountains? How about you start speaking to the queen? How about you go to the jail to come pick me up. Like there are like there are bigger things that we could be doing. We just need to put our heads together and really think about it rather than just taking the easy way out. Which also, like, that was the biggest slap to Sophie's face ever, and he really just did not understand. He had the audacity to go up to her days prior to asking her to be his mistress, and he's like, "You didn't give me an answer." I think me running away, going to the bar without my coin purse was like answer enough, baby. Like, I don't want to be your mistress. How dare you even say that to me? Sophie was literally about to leave for the Americas because of what you did. Okay. And then the thing that really got me was like this entire time he's been like looking for the girl at the masquerade ball. He gave up on that. He's like, okay, I love Sophie now. Cool. That's awesome. It was the fact that he found her tiny, tiny, tiny necklace in his bedroom, and he's like, hold on, that's the same girl. I'm sorry, a pendant as big as my pinky nail made you realize that Sophie was the girl from the masquerade ball. What are you talking about? It wasn't the shape of her lips, the tone of her voice, the conversations you guys had, like nothing. Nope, it was that necklace. I recognize that necklace. Like, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me, right? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Also, another thing with this season, I don't understand. If I didn't have Twitter, if I didn't have a Twitter account, I would never have known that there was an end credit scene. I'm sorry, is this Marvel? Is are we crossing the path between Netflix and Marvel right now? Because how was I supposed to know that I was supposed to stay in my seat on my couch to watch an end credit wedding? I didn't know. I saw those credits roll up and I said, "Okay, we're done with the season." Like boom boom done. Turn my TV off, and then I go to Twitter to like see what people are saying, and then I see clips and I see these like pictures, and I'm like, what, I don't remember seeing that end credit wedding. What the hell? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like, I didn't have it again. Maybe that was on me. Like, there were 6 minutes left and I should have like put that together, but I'm like, they just had a lot of people on the crew. Like, they have to thank everybody, you know? No, no. There was an end credit wedding. How was I supposed to know? I mean, I'm glad that I found out eventually because that was beautiful, but like, oh my God, how was I supposed to know? That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. Anyway, that pissed me off. Also, I just, this whole season, Violet has been with her friend. I forget his name, like Mr. Anderson or something. She's been with her friend. She's like, this is the tea you will be having. Like, yes, yes, yes. Loving that, loving that. Even in that the scene where they're in the park and he was like, I want to marry you. And she's like, I don't think this is the right time. Like, can we move a little bit slower? He's like, of course, whatever you need. Okay, beautiful. And then at the end, the last episode, she's like, all I've been my entire life is like a wife and a mother, and I want to be single. What? Violet. Violet. So you're telling me that Violet Bridgerton just turned into a fuck boy in the last episode? What are we doing? She wants to be single now? After all these years, I think it was in Queen Charlotte where she's like, I need love and affection. Like, I'm craving it. She was basically in heat. And now all of a sudden that she had that love and affection, she's like, I want to be single. I don't want to be tied down right now. I don't want to be tied down right now. I need to be single. And Mr. Anderson's like, I'm not waiting around. I'm not waiting around for you, baby. I love you and I care for you, but I'm not doing that. And hey, that's beyond valid. Thank you. So I just thought that was kind of insane. I'm like, okay, I guess, but like, come on, guys. Anyway, Also, as I need to stop saying also. That's just like a me thing, but I need to stop saying also. Michaela leaving in the middle of the night without telling Francesca, that was so messed up. Francesca specifically asked Michaela, and Michaela was John's cousin, right? Okay. Spoiler alert, John dies. Which the bitches on Twitter also spoiled for me because they were like, "Oh, I like this was after I swear to you, I think this was after season 3." And somebody on Twitter was like, "I feel so bad for Francesca and what she's going to have to go through." I said, "Why don't you bitches shut up? Just shut up. Like, can you just do that? Why do you have to spoil every damn thing?" Anyway, so I knew something was going to happen with John. Didn't think it would happen that swiftly. I thought we were going to, like, get some scenes where he's like a little bit sick. No, no, no. Headache, gone. Okay. Okay. So, and I just have to note that I think her name in real life is Hannah. The girl who plays Francesca, beautiful. Beautiful. She put that funeral veil over her. I said, "Wow." Mm, mm-mm. It looked like she was wearing no makeup at all. Gorgeous. Gorgeous woman. Anyway, so Michaela was staying with Francesca, to grieve. And Francesca's like, "Please, can you just, I want you to stay." And then she slightly touches Michaela's hand, and Michaela's like, "Gotta go. Gotta go." Without saying a word. That was so rude. And I understand, like, it's going to be like a slow build to their relationship. And, like, I am excited to see that unfold because, amen, love the lesbians. But, like, it's just like, how are we going to come back? How are we going to come back from this? Like, is she just going to turn up to Francesca's door and be like, "Sorry, I just need to go"? Okay. Like, what are we supposed to do? I also just want to know, where the hell is Anthony Bridgerton? Where the hell is Anthony Bridgerton when we need him the most? Here's the thing. If you're going to bring Jonathan Bailey back, which, hey, I'm so appreciative of, I love him to pieces. Again, he like, it goes Queen Charlotte season 2, like Anthony is the blueprint. If we're going to have Jonathan Bailey come back to this set, why aren't we using him more? Why aren't we using him more? I understand that it takes so long to film Bridgerton. I saw a video literally, I think today, and they were like, "Yeah, we've been filming for 9 months for one season." One season? That's actually, like, insane to me. But, like, I think Jonathan was only on set for like 8 days. Okay, cool. If we're having Jonathan Bailey come back, why aren't we using him more? And yes, he came back and he was angry. He was very much put his, like, "I'm the man of this house" pants on, and he's like, "Benedict, you cannot date this maid. You cannot marry her. You cannot marry her, or I will cut you off." He said, Big Daddy's cutting you off." Oh, okay. Okay. I just, like, don't understand. There has been a death in the family. Okay. Francesca's husband died. And where is Anthony Bridgerton? And let me add on to this. Where is Daphne, the Duchess? The Duchess. Where the hell is she? Where the hell is she? And this bleeds into my other point, where people have been making online. They're like, literally, in the world of Bridgerton, in the way the rankings are in society right now, it's the queen, and then it's literally Daphne right under it. She is the second highest person in society. She holds so much rank. And yet, where the hell is she? Why aren't we bringing Daphne back? Again, her sister's husband just died. She can't come in for the funeral. Matter of fact, her brother is getting married. Benedict, who cannot commit, who has slept around with the entire ton, has finally settled down with a maid, and she's not at the wedding. The woman who loves love more than anybody, who literally, it's like Violet and Daphne, they love love, and she's not at the wedding. That makes no sense. Bring her back. Bring her back. I don't understand. I don't understand. And I know that the Duke, I forget his real name, but the Duke, like, he only did that one season. He's like, I'm not doing another season. Okay, I respect you. Let's recast. Let's recast it then. It just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense. It really angered me. I'm just really angry. I'm also upset because I also saw on Twitter that, like, a big thing for Hyacinth this season was, like, after seeing Francesca go through what she went through with John, Hyacinth was like, "Mm-mm, I'm never getting married if there's a chance that my husband could die one day." Which, like, mama, you're tapping into a fear that, like, has been unlocked for me. Okay, I mean, I literally was like, like, Hyacinth, me and you, girl. Yeah, we're right here. But I think that it could have been a great moment to use Jonathan because he also was really scared to fall in love because he literally watched his dad die, like, right in front of him. So I think it could have been a great moment for Hyacinth and Anthony to have a little bonding moment. Be like, I understand that it's scary and there always is a risk when falling in love, but it is worth the risk. Like something like that, like something so beautiful. And I think that could have reached a lot more people. It could have been a really good moment. Again, using Anthony Bridgerton to the highest degree. But whatever. Speaking of Anthony Bridgerton, Kate Sharma, I will avenge you. I will avenge you one day because they pay her dust. They pay Ashley Simone dust, and it actually pisses me the hell off like no other. I don't understand. Okay, we're bringing her back. Thank God she was there. Okay, so thank God. Thank God, you guys. Her and Anthony are there. They just came back from India. She had her baby in India, by the way. Okay. Also, let's not even get to the disparities of it all because why did we not see them get married? We didn't see them get married. Okay. Gonna leave that one there and we'll probably get back to that. But, like, Kate Bridgerton. I don't understand. There was a scene in the second part where Edmund, the baby, Kate and Anthony's baby, is being introduced to the family. Kate's nowhere to be found. Where the hell is Kate? Where the hell is Kate when she is introducing the baby to the family? And yet we got her in a scene where she's talking about, like, what's that woman's name? What's that woman's name that, like, came back and her whole house is pink? Chris something. She was talking about her. Why are we talking about her? Baby, Edmund is right there. You're supposed to be introducing your mother-in-law to the baby who is named after her late husband, and you're nowhere to be found. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Why bring Kate Sharma if she can't do one thing? Again, this all comes back to the way, I don't know what happened on that set, but how are you going to Ashley Simone was on Sex Education, right? Another Netflix show. They bought her out of her sex education contract to bring her on to Bridgerton, okay, because she was such an asset, right? I mean, I personally, again, love her season. It's the best season. It's incredible. They bought her out of that contract to bring her into the Bridgerton world, and yet they don't even use her the way that she should. No, it pisses me off. She gets, like, these quick cameos that are pointless. Like, can we give her some substance? This is Kate Sharma we're talking about. I just don't understand. It's just like, Shonda, I love you and I respect you and your work, Shondaland, for sure. But it's also like, it's just kind of weird how you treat your people of color when, I don't know, it's just like, all of Shonda's stories have interracial dating, and it's just weird how she treats the people of color sometimes. And I'm just like, This must be a reflection of something. Like, I'm trying to put the pieces together and they're not fitting. So I'm just not understanding what's going on. I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding. But hey, maybe that's just like something that I will never understand. And that's fine. It's also just funny because like we don't see the Duke and we don't see the Duchess, okay? We don't see Daphne and we don't see I forget his name. Let me look it up. Simon. We don't see Daphne and we don't see Simon. Okay? And I understand, like I said before, Simon recast. Just recast it. It's okay. Like, he didn't want to do it after season 1. That's totally fine. Just recast it. It's not that hard. I just don't understand because when Sophie was arrested and Luke and Violet went to court in her defense, she said something like, "This is Benedict Bridgerton, the brother of the Duke of Hastings." So we're using his name in court because it has value. Like I said, it goes the Queen and then it's literally the Duke and the Duchess. So we're using his name in court, but we never see him. As soon as she said that, I said, "You must be joking. You must be joking because what are we doing?" It's just not fair. It's simply not fair that we don't see the Duchess anymore. Daphne, I will avenge you as well. Okay, at this rate. Also, Anthony wasn't at the Queen's ball. So he wasn't at the Queen's ball. He wasn't at his sister's husband's funeral. And he wasn't at, actually, he was at the wedding. Okay, fine. He gets a pass. But like, I wrote in my notes that I love these stories, but the things that are probably happening off screen are starting to take a toll on the actual storytelling. And I think it just shows that Hollywood and production hasn't changed in the slightest. Because why are we sliding these people that really need to be on screen? Like, why is, what's his name? Colin and Penelope, they're always in every single scene. They're always there. Okay, cool. But Anthony and Kate, nope. Daphne, don't even think about it. What are we doing? What are we doing? I just don't get it. I really don't get it. So back to the rankings of the episodes, or not even the episodes, the seasons. I have my own personal ranking, okay, which is factually correct. Again, if you have anything else to say, I don't want to hear it. But I will never forget, there's an image that keeps circulating. It's like a Rotten Tomatoes type of ranking of the seasons. And their ranking of the seasons is actually like really weird because it has season 3 at number 1, which like, okay. Then season 1, season 4, season 2. And it's like, let's break that down a little bit. So season 3 focuses on Penelope and Colin. Okay. Both white people. Yes, we're bringing race into it because it has everything to do with it. So the leads, white. Okay. The women, white. Okay. Season 1, Daphne and the Duke. The Duke, black man. Daphne, white. The woman is white. Okay. Season 4, Sophie is Asian. Okay, we got some color. Season 2, Kate is Indian. She's from India, I'm pretty sure. I think that's correct. So, brown woman. Brown woman as a lead, ranked the lowest. I don't think that's a coincidence. I don't understand. Like, that literally haunts me because I'm like, people are just so racist. And the fact that they're ranking season 3 as the top rated is factually incorrect. You talk to any Bridgerton lover out there, anyone who has actual taste and loves romance for the love of the game, they will tell you that season 3 is the worst season. That is literally just like, out of all of them, out of all of them, that is the worst season. And it has nothing to do, well, I was going to say it has nothing to do with Penelope herself, but like, It was just a lot going on in that season. It was a lot happening, and it was just a lot. It was overwhelming. Okay. And I personally think that Colin could have groveled a little bit more. Okay. You talk about my homegirl to your boys in a disrespectful manner. I'm going to come get you. Come and get your things, and I'm going to come and get you. Like, we just don't do that. Like, he just didn't grovel enough for me. But whatever. There was just, it just wasn't a good season. So the fact that that is ranked the way that it is, I'm like, it has to be about race because people are just racist. And that also just bleeds into all the things that I've been saying, like, why wasn't Kate used here? Why wasn't she did this, and this, and this? It's like, it has to be like a bigger, deeper meaning than that, right? Because why would you do that? As a writer of a successful show, why would you make these choices? That's all I'm saying. Now, with all that being said, who's next? Who's next? Whose season is next? I think the streets are saying that Eloise is next, which I don't know how I feel about that. I'm just not ready to see Eloise's story, and here's why. I love Eloise, okay? I think she's great. And I think we have truly grown with her in ways. And I think this season is very interesting because she was having some trouble connecting with Hyacinth because Hyacinth is very much of the mindset like she wants to debut, she wants to be the diamond of the season, she wants to get married, she wants to do all those traditional things that Eloise has been like shunning since the day that we met her, right? She wants to be an independent girl, she wants to be a spinster, she wants to like do her own thing, make her own money. She doesn't want to depend on a man. Anytime a man speaks to her, she's like, absolutely not. So I think the journey that we have been taking with Eloise has been very nice. And I, again, I have not read any of these books, so like I don't know what's happening. But my dream and my goal was always to that like maybe Eloise was like into women, or in a perfect world, Eloise actually does have an independent life, okay? And I know like this time period that's very much not what's happening, especially in the Bridgerton world. Like that's just not happening. But again, in a perfect world, we would see Eloise doing things on her own and like finding her own independence and like doing that. And I don't know, I just feel like this season they were kind of setting her up to be more open to the idea of marriage and like finding someone. And like I think seeing Clarissa, I don't know her name, but I know it starts with a C. But the woman who has the pink uh like living room, when she was sitting with her and she was like catching up with her, she's like, I think, she's really found herself and like she's really happy now. And I am just like, I'm truly just scared because I think it's going to play into this fantasy like, yeah, you can be this independent woman, but like once you meet that right guy and that perfect, you have that perfect moment and that perfect meet cute, and everything changes. And it's like, I don't want that for my girl. I don't want that for her. And maybe I am projecting, but like, I just don't want that story because it's like, it literally just plays into the narrative where it's like, yeah, you can say all that, but like you don't actually really mean it. Like I think a man can really bring you happiness, and it's like that's not the point. That's really not the point. And don't get me wrong, I love romance. I'm such a lover of romance. You have no idea. But I I just don't want that to be her story. I don't want it to be like, okay, well now I found this perfect man and now I'm like I'm okay and everything's going to be okay. Because like what if it's not? and and I feel like if they do have her end up with a man, because I forget which season it was, maybe it was season 2, where she was like flirting with that boy who works at like the newspaper shop or whatever. I forget, I truly don't remember details, but like I remember that was happening, so I think they might bring him back. I don't know, but I just like I just don't want that story for her. I really don't. And I think the only way that I was ever going to be happy with Eloise's story, like I said, was if she like was gay, ended up with a woman, or like truly was independent on her own. But now Francesca is the gay one. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't like, yay, Francesca, like, love that for you. And I'm excited to see how that journey unfolds. But like, what about Eloise? What about Eloise? Like, I don't know. Again, like, she has such a distaste for men. It's just like, it's going to be weird if they pair her with someone. I truly don't know how that season is going to unfold, but the streets are saying that Eloise's story is going to be next. I'm just, and at this rate, like, it's going to piss me off. It will piss me off. So I just don't want that to be her story. Like, I'm going to keep saying that. I just don't want that to be her story. It would just go against everything that she has ever said about marriage and being with men. It would feel very hypocritical of her, and I don't trust the Bridgerton writers to do her justice. Like, I know they've done pretty well so far, and I just feel like they're not going to do like a, it's just gonna, I just don't want it to, I don't want her story to like end up like that, because that just doesn't, it doesn't put us in a good light. Okay, it doesn't put us in a good light. It doesn't, because it just puts that narrative where it's like, you just haven't met the right one yet. And again, I don't want that. So yeah, that's all I have to say, honestly, about Bridgerton. I really did like the chemistry between Benedict and Sophie. I think they had a great season. I really liked Benedict's coming out scene. And I thought they handled that beautifully, because it kind of like flew over my head. I'm not even gonna lie. And then I had to like think about it, and I was like, oh my God, he just came out to her. Um, but because in my mind, I'm like, no, they've talked about that. No, they haven't. Um, in my mind, everybody knows that Benedict is bi, but I think that was a really sweet and like thoughtful way of doing that. And I love that. And I love that he got to share that with her. But yeah, I really loved them together. I thought their scenes were insane. The music selection was insane. And yeah, that's all I have to say, I think. Um, and I think I'm truly going to end it here. I truly just wanted to talk about Bridgerton. There is a lot of other stuff that I wanted to discuss and that I have written down. Um, I think I'll just end it on. Actually, no. This is just going to be about Bridgerton. So I'm going to end it here. Kind of a short episode, but I think it's good to like ease back into doing episodes again. So I hope you enjoyed my little Bridgerton Bridgerton season 4 part 2 breakdown of my thoughts. Um and hopefully I will talk to you guys next week. Again, I don't know, because I think I'm going to be still on overnights for a while, so I just got to like figure myself out for a bit. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. All right, guys. Well, follow the podcast on Instagram and TikTok and on YouTube as well if you would like to. So, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.